Alrighty, we're back at the Jersey Shore. Gonna do some fluke fishing. 2 days ago I caught a keeper. I don't know if I'll be able to repeat this success, but tag along. We're doing finesse fluke fishing. So what I'm doing is, hold on, I'm using a 7.5 foot rod made by FNS. Made by Jigging World. It's the FNS series. It's a light action rod. I'm pairing it with a diver cert tape, and I'm using 15-pound braid and a 12-pound fluorocarbon. It's still not the ideal time to fish. The high tide is going to be in about 2 hours and 20 minutes. So, but the water's starting to come in. So maybe there'll be a decent bite. Let's try it out. It's July 5th today. There was a lot of celebrating at this beach yesterday because I found enough stuff to equip myself and even my kid for the next couple of weeks of going to the beach. I found beach chairs, sunscreen. I found a nice pair of sunglasses. Found a nice pair of swimming goggles. Found some fishing jigs, and I found a really nice pair of those Crocs. They're like called Super Tough, and they're basically brand new. So guess what? I'm not throwing those out. I'm gonna make use of it. Yeah, the waves definitely picked up a bit. So that gives me hope. But yeah, this rod is a dream. I think it's under 4 ounces. Super light. The reel and rod combo, I mean, it has to be, it's definitely under a pound. It's ridiculously light. So I'm just twitching and letting it drop. Twitching and letting it drop. If you'd like to hang out and watch the video, if I do catch a fish, what I'll do is I'll put a timestamp in the description so you'll know right away. I'm not trying to keep you here long. There are much better YouTubers out there if you want to see people catching fish. I'm just messing around. I did, however, catch a keeper. It wasn't here, but about a mile away from here. Oh, the water's really coming in now, huh? Jeez. So I'm doing one twitch and I'm reeling up the slack. Twitch, reel up the slack. Twitch, reel up the slack. Oh, I think I see a fluke. Oh wow, hold on. I see a fluke feeding on the thing. Unless I'm seeing things. There's a fluke feeding at the, look. Maybe I was seeing things. Maybe it was a striper. I'm not even gonna cast it far. I'm gonna cast like 20 feet off the lip. I switched up my jigging a little bit. Twitch, reel it up. Twitch, reel it up. I'm gonna fish for the next 15 minutes. If I get no fish, I'm gonna take a break. Brought my son and his friend today, and bought him one of those. If you ever come to the Highlands, that ShopRite in the Highlands is really good, and they have a lot of clearances. I bought them one of those floating donuts, and they're having a ball with it. We're just waiting for the high tide to come in. Oh, felt like I had a bite. I'm seeing things. No, nothing's chasing it to the bank either. So I'm gonna walk the surf. I usually like to walk the surf. I don't stay in the same spot, and I recommend you do the same. Oh, spicy one. Yeah, but once again, if you're still watching the video, F&S rod by Jigging World. The rod model number is FNS 761S-ML. And 76 just stands for 7 feet 6 inches. It does the jig size. The lures are 1/8 of an ounce to 1/2 of an ounce. And it says the line is 8 to 15 pounds. So like I said, I run a 15-pound braid on it. And then I followed up with a 12-pound fluorocarbon by Seagull. Fish for another 10 minutes. If I get no bite, I'll make another video. and uploaded. Just switching out my jigging a little bit. Oh, it's a nice lip right here. It's a nice lip. I want to cast it along the bank, along the slip. I feel like there's something going on in the water over there. Maybe I'm seeing things. Yeah, I was surprised how much trash was there at the beach. Oh, hold on. Alright. I don't like the fact that my certate is putting a line on the bail. Let's check. Maybe it's my poor technique. Alright. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Alright. Let me reel this back properly. Alright. Maybe we'll catch a keeper fluke, you never know. Because now it's definitely out there. Yeah, I'm getting some braid on my bail. Not happy about that. So just bought that reel. See what happens. Ooh, what's that? Something's in the water. A dead skate. Jet skate in the water. Alright, I'm going to do 3 more casts. 3 more casts and we're going to call it a day. And I'll be back here in half an hour. Get a bite. All right, had a bite right there. Let's see if we can materialize this thing. Alright, gonna have to wrap this up soon. All right, last cast.